Robert Mbui, member for Kadhiani.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. First and foremost, I'm very happy with the committee implementation, Madam Speaker, for the good work that they have done. First and foremost, this problem started with a circular that was written by PPRA, Public Procurement Regulatory Authority, indicating that every government or state organ must procure through the e-government procurement. Now, the committee has actually gone further because the House had already annulled that particular circular and has identified that there's another circular from the CS for Treasury and another one from the head of public service on the same, continuing to go against the law. Madam Speaker, it's important that we confirm that a circular is actually a statutory instrument. And Madam Speaker, it's important that we note that the definition of a subsidiary legislation under the statutory instrument is very broad. And it talks about a rule, an order, a regulation, a direction, a form, tariff of costs or fees, letters patent, commission, warrant, proclamation, bylaw, resolution, guidelines, or other statutory instruments issued, made, or established in the execution of a power conferred by or under an act of parliament. Madam Speaker, the circular, therefore, by a strict reading of that definition, is actually a statutory instrument. And there is power conferred in every law to regulatory making authorities so that they can be able to make regulations. Unfortunately, Madam Speaker, they must be following the law, the parent law. In this case, the parent law is the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act, which clearly defines that you can do procurement in two ways. You can either procure manually or procure electronically. Now, it is surprising that the CS, the head of PPRA, and the head of public service can decide to outlaw a law. If the law says that you can procure manually, who are they to make a decision and say that if you procure manually, you have broken the law? So, Madam Speaker, it's important that to note that Article 94 of the Constitution, 94.5 of the Constitution says nobody, no person other than Parliament has the power to make provision having effect of law. So basically what they are doing is basically breaching the Constitution and also the laws that are already there. So I want to request that the CS must respect the rule of law. The CS must respect Parliament, considering CS is actually an expert in the executive who has drawn his expertise from Parliament. Why would he suddenly start despising the House that trained him for him to become an expert? So, Madam Speaker, I think it is important that the executive respects the House. Madam Speaker, as I finish, even the Ministry of Education is also becoming notorious for issuing circulars that have force of law. And recently we invited the CS for Education to come and explain a circular that he had done. And Madam Speaker, I was shocked in a response that is in writing that has been sent to this House. He says that his circular is not made pursuant to any written law, but it is made pursuant to general executive power. Madam Speaker, I think there is an outrageous belief in the executive that they have some general executive power to do anything and everything they want. This House must stand firm. We are going to support the committee's recommendation that we annul, and any other circular that they purport to present to citizens of this country, we shall also annul. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Dr. John Mutunga, member for Tigania West. Is it on this one or on T? On the next one. The Honorable Peter Salasia, member for Mumias East.
I'm here. Madam Speaker, I stand here in solidarity with the report that has been presented by the committee, and I have enough reasons to support